Hello, welcome back to another VinylVault weekly update video. This is video number 2 I believe, and we're just going to keep on going with doing these updates, and if we do anything in between that's of mild interest, then we might actually turn it into its own little video on its own. This isn't all what we've done in the last week, it's from a couple of weeks ago, because obviously we have to give it a chance for the stuff to arrive at the customer's house before we actually put it up on to YouTube and all of that malarkey. So anyway, as you can see here, we are just slowly weeding out a design. Can you guess what it is yet? Slowly get in there. But we love working on these big pieces of wall art. This one is just under 600 tall. You'll be able to see when it's pulled all the way out. It's a piece of wall art vinyl, matte black, and that is 605 millimeters wide. And as you can see by the intricate bits, it's a bit of a pain just to pull the vinyl off when you've got all the little cuts and you've got the great big area of nothingness as well. I could just rip it off, but if I was to just rip it off, it would also take out all of the smaller pieces that are there as well. So there we go, it's starting to come together now. You can just about make out what it is. It is in fact a sleeping tiger. Just getting in there with the weeding tool just to pull up a piece that had got stuck down. We do a range of these. It's not just the sleeping tiger we do. We also have a jumping tiger as well. And I believe there's one other one as well. If you go and have a look on the website, you'll be able to see them all on there. As you can see, this has all been done in real time. I haven't sped this up at all. So it's just a couple of minutes for it in the cutter to go through. And what are we up to now? We're up to 3 minutes now of weeding it. So it doesn't take long at all to actually make these designs once you know what you're doing. And you have the cutter set up right, of course. On way too many occasions we've had the vinyl in there a little bit wonky, or we've had the blade set wrong and it's just ruined everything and we've had to go back and do it all over again. So here we go, just going through and having a look. You can see the great and like effect that is there of everything. We made a larger version of this that was over 3 parts about a year or so ago. It looked absolutely amazing when it was up on the wall. Okay, so there we go. So that is the sleeping tiger. If you follow us on any of our Instagram, Twitter or the Facebook page, you would have seen this picture, which is the sleeping tiger after it's had the application tape applied and it's all ready to be rolled up and sent out to the customer. Okay, so moving on to the next one. I might actually speed this one up in a couple of places rather than talking all over the top of it. But you can see again, this is another large, well, it's not large, but it's a larger than what we normally do as the bread and butter work. Again, if you would have followed us on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook, you would have seen images of this up there, and it'll just be a couple of seconds more and you'll be able to work out exactly what it is. I like pieces of art like this because as you take away just a couple of pieces, it just reveals the whole story of the piece. It isn't like some of the other ones where you've got hundreds and hundreds of little tiny pieces that all have to be taken out and it takes hours and hours and hours. With this, it's just a couple of pieces that are removed and you're able to see there instantly it's a person wearing headphones. Now what it's meant to be is the DJ stood at the decks, which are the bits over to the left and the right, with his arms spread out to the side. So it's ideal for any sort of like a music room or anywhere that would be under that kind of environment. We also have one that is the female DJ as well. In the original image of this, it actually had LPs where the decks are, but that would have meant too much weeding once we had it done like that. This is another piece we worked on. We didn't turn the camera on while we were doing the weeding of it because there was just loads of weeding going on and it would have just rumbled on for quite some time. I think that took me about 10 minutes or so to weed out all of that, at least in like 10 minutes. But it's a pretty spectacular piece. We don't sell too many of them. They are available online. This one I believe went off to the States after it was done. But yeah, that's just cracking piece of artwork, ideal for anyone who likes their skating or any kind of sports like that really. And of course we've been busy making our little signs because that's what we do. We are sign makers. This is ones which are on aluminium board. We can tell that because it's got the rounded corners, and the Foamex board we use has square corners, just like this one there. That's one that we were asked to do by a customer, their own wording, their own design. And this is one again which we didn't actually film the weeding for, but it's the space rockets. And it just looks cool. It would look great up on any kid's bedroom. And powered by ADHD t-shirts, which are really starting to take off now. So we're getting through loads and loads more of them. So thank you for watching, for listening to me, for putting up with me. Please leave us a comment, leave us a like, hit the subscribe button, and until next week, goodbye.